was number 7 of 9, and we stayed at home, but we weren't actually taught anything. I had no school books. I had no education coming from my parents whatsoever. When I was a kid, I just had no point of reference for education, and I went through what would traditionally be high school with no education, no books, no school books, nothing. And so when I was 19 years old, I went on a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I was called to go to Brazil. I went to Brazil. I learned to speak Portuguese. And by learning to speak Portuguese, that taught me English. I learned what a verb was. I learned what a noun was. I learned what sentence structure was. And so that's how I learned English, was learning Portuguese. So at 21 years old, I studied for many months, and I took the GED exam and got my general education, which would be the equivalent of a high school diploma. I was extremely proud of that. Tried to get into college, took the college admission exam and bombed it because I just did not know math whatsoever. Moved to Las Vegas, where my brother and sister-in-law lived. My sister-in-law, who was educated, helped me to learn math. We went to a store and we bought all the grade books from grades 4, because I was comfortable with first, second, and third grade math. Mm-hmm. We bought all the grade books from 4 to 12, and I began to study math, and she taught me a lot of things. And I was able to get into college that way with an admissions counselor who gave me a chance. She gave me 2 semesters as a non-admitted student and said, if you can get passing grades for 2 semesters, then we will admit you. And that's how I got into college. And so many years later, after a lot of, a detour where I became a flight attendant for a while and began to fly around the world and then came back to school. But when I was 34 years old, I graduated from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas with my business administration degree. And so today, my companies are worth tens of millions of dollars, and hundreds of people work at my companies and have found professions and a place to call home, and to also be able to buy homes and provide for their families through the companies that I built. And so I'm very proud of that.